Hello, folks. Hello. It's Dr. Iyabo. Dr. Iyabo Webster live from Atlanta, Georgia. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to this special edition of Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. I'll be discussing the 10 steps needed for financial freedom, for time freedom, and for fulfillment. Please ask me your questions anytime. Please ask me your questions anytime. I love how many of you join in so quickly. Please ask me your questions anytime. Happy July 4th weekend. Okay, so ask me your questions anytime, but please type it in the question box so that I don't miss it. Please type in the question box. While I'm doing this, you guys know the deal. Start telling me where you're joining in from and start tagging some of your friends to join this live. Please ask me your questions anytime, but please type in the question box. Okay? So everybody, welcome to my live. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? Tell me, number one, can you hear me clearly? Number two, where are you joining from? Number three, tag at least one of your besties, one of your best friends on this live. And how do you tag them? You just type their name on the comment section and post it, and they'll get the invitation and they'll join. So please tag your friends on this live. Tag them, and please ask me your questions anytime, okay? So I see a Lagos, Nigeria. Of course, there's always a Lagos, Nigeria in the house because that is where I'm from. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, so I know that there's going to be a Lagos, Nigeria in the house. Where's everybody else coming from? Start tagging your friends. We're going to start talking in like 2 to 3 minutes, just giving people more time to join. And I'm also inviting some of my regulars who I'm not even sure if they're on here or not, but I'm inviting them anyway because so many of you have joined, so I don't even know who's on here and who's not on here. Okay, so hi everyone. Hello. My name is Dr. Iyabo Webster. I'm a business and lifestyle and dating coach. I'm a board certified pediatrician and fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. I've been in entrepreneurship for almost 20 years. It's going to be 20 years at the end of this year. I went to medical school in Nigeria. I worked in England as a pediatrician for 5 years. Then I moved to the States at the age of 28 and I'm now 52. So that's a little bit about me. I'm an author. If you guys alarm, let me turn it off. I hope it hasn't cut off. 1 second. So can you guys still hear me? Before I keep talking, I forgot to turn my alarm off because I had set my alarm to let me know when to come live. So can you guys hear me before I keep talking so that if I need to restart this live, I will. You can hear me very good. Yes, so I'm an author. For those of you who don't know, I do have a book on Amazon called Permanent Happiness. It's a very easy read. It's not a thick book at all, but it has changed so many lives. So please try and get my book on Amazon. Just search for Permanent Happiness by Dr. Iyabo and you'll see that my last name is different. On the book, I have my maiden name on there, Ujikutu. So Webzel is my married name, okay? I have a book, Permanent Happiness. I have a blog on my website. So for this weekend, if you're looking for some really uplifting reads, I have over 150 articles on my blog, and my blog is called the Peace Place blog. It's on my website. So those are some free, well, my book isn't free, it's $14, but my blog is free. I have lots of blog articles on there. I have a YouTube channel. For those of you who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go and subscribe because the replay of this live is going to be on my YouTube channel. Okay, it's not going to be on my Instagram. I will post 1 to 2 or 5 minute snippets on my Instagram, but if you want to watch this full video, it's going to be on my YouTube. So please subscribe to my YouTube, Dr. Iyabo Webzola. Many women love my YouTube channel. Many women binge on my YouTube videos because I have videos not only on business, but I have videos on self-development, personal development. I have many videos with really important big guests that I've invited to chat with me on my tea time, and I have lots of videos about beauty tips and skin tips and all of that. So don't miss out on my YouTube channel, don't. So today we're talking about the 10 steps needed for financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment. Okay? So does everybody have their pens and journals ready? Because I'm just going to dive in. And like I said, please ask me your questions anytime, but please, may I ask that you type them in the question box, because sometimes if you type it in the comment section and lots of comments are coming in, it gets lost in transmission. So please, if you have a question for me, type it in the question box and I promise I'll get to your question. But does everybody have their pens ready? Do you have your journals ready? Pens and journals? Pens and journals, are they ready so you can make notes? There's nothing like making notes. Don't make electronic notes. Putting pen to paper is more like a spiritual act. It's just like, you're using your hand, your energy, you're transmitting it to paper. So don't type on your iPad or phone. Get your favorite journal and your favorite pen and get ready to make notes. And if you miss this, or if you have to step away, the full replay will be on my YouTube. So I want to get a few yeses. Who is ready for me to start? Because I prepared for you. Okay? I prepared for you. I really wanted to start off July 1st with this talk because I know many of us, if not all of us want financial freedom. If you want financial freedom and you want time freedom and you want life fulfillment, say yes. And if you're also ready to start typing, say yes so that I can start, because nobody has typed yet. So who is ready? Who has their journals and paper? Maybe you're all going to get your journals and paper. Okay, somebody says yes. So are you ready? Okay, so people are saying they're ready now. Your paper, your journals. And if you want financial freedom, time freedom, and life fulfillment, then this is where you should be. So let's go in. And what's financial freedom? All right, let's define what we're talking about. What's financial freedom? What's time freedom? What's fulfillment? I didn't check the definitions, but just from my head, financial freedom. Freedom in general is having the ability to do what you want when you want to do it. Okay? And not being governed by anybody or not being instructed by anybody. So financial freedom means you have a lot of money at your disposal, right? You're free with your finances. You're not having sleepless nights worrying about money. If you want to give somebody a gift, you can give it to them. If you want to travel, you can travel. If you want to travel for 2 weeks, you can. If you want to travel for 5 months and work from there, you can. If you want to buy a new house, maybe you can. If you want to give somebody a gift of college or education, I mean, you have financial freedom, but financial freedom for me may be different from financial freedom for you. So you have to determine, what does financial freedom mean for you? For me, financial freedom will be that I live in a nice, safe house, in a nice neighborhood, in a quiet neighborhood. I'm able to go on vacation whenever I want to go on vacation. I can give to charity whenever I want to give to charity for a cause that is close to my heart. I can pay for my kids' college education. For private school education was important to me. My 2 daughters went to private schools, but for you, private education may not be important. Private school education was important for me. Paying for my kids' college education was important to me so that they can graduate from college with no debt. Retirement fund was very important to me, so I started saving in my retirement fund many years ago. So, what is important to you for financial freedom? Financial freedom for me is not being in debt, unless it's good debt like my mortgage, or it's good debt like if I have to pay for a coach. So that's financial freedom. Time freedom is related to financial freedom. Time freedom is, I don't have a boss telling me you must come to work at this time and you must leave at this time, and you can't, you have to come and work on the weekends, and you have to work in the evenings. My time is my time, right? That is time freedom. My time is my time. If I want to work from home, I'll work from home. If I want to take Monday off, I'll take Monday off. If I want to work for 3 hours today, I'll do that. If I want to work for 8 hours tomorrow, I'll do that. If I want to work for 30 minutes today, I'll do that. If I want to take 6 months off, right? If I want to take, well, I can't take 6, but if I want to take, if me and my husband decide, okay, we want to go somewhere for 6 months, even though we can't do that because we still have young sons. My stepsons are 11 and 8, so we can't, by definition, we can't do that. But my husband and I, if we don't have the boys, we can decide, oh, we want to take 3 weeks off and just fly somewhere and work from there. We can go to Bora Bora, we can go to Thailand, we can go wherever we want and go there and work from there. That is time freedom. Okay, you can work from the beach, you can work from Europe, you can work from anywhere where you are. That is time freedom. Fulfillment, one of my favorite words in the universe. Okay, fulfillment means just feeling like your life has meaning, right? Living happily, living purposefully, feeling like your life has strength, your life has purpose, there's a reason for why you're here, you're fulfilled. You wake up every morning and you're like, thank God for another day. I have another day where I can serve my community. I have another day where I can talk to women. I have another day spending time with my wonderful husband, another day spending time with my 4 kids, another day of laughter, of joy. That is fulfillment. It doesn't mean your life will always be happy. Life has its ups and downs, okay? Looking at me now, you'll say, oh, this one, her life is happy, it's rosy. I thank God, but I have been through dark days, okay? You guys know, I have been through many dark days. I've been through a divorce. I've lost a sister to cancer. It's been rough. I mean, I've lost both my parents. That wasn't so rough because they were old. They were older. They were in their 80s, but I still miss them terribly. But I have been through dark days. My divorce was not easy. And it also wasn't easy seeing my sister being so chronically ill. So I have been through a lot. So that is financial freedom, that's time freedom, and that's fulfillment. I'm sure everybody wants that. If you want that, tell me yes, then we'll go into the topic, right? I always want to wake you guys up and give you guys some initial talk. So is everybody ready for numbers 1 to 10 now? Because I'm going to run through numbers 1 to 10. Is everybody ready? If you're ready to hear the numbers 1 to 10, and if you want financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment, please, I want a few of you to type yes. You know that I'm going to make you type yes. So are you ready to hear? Very good. Fabrics and sewing essentials is always one of the first to type. I just love you. I love you. So number 1 step to financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment is, do you even want those 3 things? That's the first step. Because if you want to know how to achieve something or how to get something, are you even sure you want it? So number 1 is, you're going to write in your journal, do I even want all those 3 things? Do I want to be financially free? Do I want to have time freedom? Do I want to have fulfillment? That's number 1. Number 2, why do you want those 3 things? Anything you want in life, you have to have a why. If you don't have a why, you are not going to be motivated enough to keep going with it. So if you want to have financial freedom, you want to have time freedom, and you want fulfillment, why do you want them? Why do you want to be financially free? You have to have a good reason. I want to be financially free so that I can start sleeping well at night and stop worrying about money. That is a valid reason. I want financial freedom because I'm getting older and I really want to start traveling the world, and I can't keep applying for annual leave of only 2 weeks a year and only have 2 weeks a year of annual leave. I want to tour the world. So I want financial freedom. That's valid. I want financial freedom so I can give my children the best education and help them start a stable life. So you have to have the reasons. You want fulfillment because you want to start living in your God's purpose for your life, and that will make you fulfilled. So what is your why? Why do you want those 3 things? Then number 3, okay, we're getting into the real stuff now. Number 3, the next step you need for financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment is you have to examine your lifestyle habits. You have to examine your lifestyle habits. This is why I call myself a transformational coach. If you come to me and you want me to help you with business, before we start talking about business, we're going to dive into the personal aspect of you, because if you don't, and this is why I don't like group coaching. All this mass group coaching, because there's no way you can have a group of 50 women or 20 women and help each of them figure out their unique lifestyle habits. It's impossible. So, number 3, you are going to examine your lifestyle habits. You're going to take a microscope to examine your lifestyle habits. What is your sleep like? Are you sleeping at least 7 to 9 hours every single night? I don't want to hear that Jeff Bezos only sleeps 4 hours or these billionaires only sleep 4 hours. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't care how many hours any billionaire is sleeping. You and I need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Okay? Are you sleeping well? And I put sleep first because sleep is number 1 for your health. If you're not sleeping well, inflammation is going to go rabid in your body. You're not going to be able to have good mental clarity. You're not going to be able to have good physical health. You're going to be snappy. You're going to be in a bad mood. It will cause inflammation in your body. You'll develop high blood pressure and diabetes and autoimmune conditions. Sleep is key, and many women don't sleep well. Okay? So examine your lifestyle habits. Are you sleeping well? Are you exercising every single day for at least between 30 minutes to an hour? I want to say an hour. 30 minutes is not enough. Are you exercising? Are you moving your body? It doesn't have to be anything big. Do you have good walking shoes? Do you take a walk? Do you walk for at least 1 hour every day? Are you taking at least 5,000 to 10,000 steps a day? What is your diet like? What are you putting in your mouth? Are you still drinking sodas every day, or drinking 1 bottle of wine a day and on the verge of being an alcoholic? Are you surviving on pain medication? Are you addicted to some medication? Are you on drugs that you need help for? You have to take a microscope under your lifestyle habits. What is your mental health like? Are you in a destructive marriage? Are you in a destructive relationship? What is your emotional health like? Are you all over the place? Are you sad and depressed and moods here and there? Right? Your spiritual health. Are you connected to God? Do you believe in God? Are you Christian, Muslim? Do you talk to your Heavenly Father every day? Do you spend time in nature? Do you spend time in nature? Do you leave your house to go outside and take a walk? I know it's very hot now in many parts of America, but first thing in the morning, early in the morning before 9 o'clock, take a walk. In the evening, after 7 o'clock, if it's dark, take somebody with you so you're safe. What are your lifestyle habits like? Your health first. If you want to have financial freedom, your health comes first on top of anything. And this is why I'm proud of my one-on-one transformational coaching, because when I coach women, you can go and ask all the women I've coached. I'm confident about my coaching. I don't care if they want online business or they want branding or whatever. I dig deep into their lifestyle habits. How are you sleeping? What are your relationships like? Do you feel happy most of the time? Do you feel sad most of the time? What kind of food are you eating? Are you still eating burgers and French fries every day? Or are you eating a big pot of rice every day? How much weight do you need to lose? What is your BMI? When was your last checkup? Do you know what your cholesterol was? Do you know what your blood pressure is? Do you know what your hemoglobin A1C is? When was the last time you went for your dentist checkup? Your eye checkup? When was the last time you went? You know, is your husband beating you up? Are you happy in your marriage? What's your relationship with your kids? I dive in. My coaching is transformational. It is deep, and I'm qualified for this because I'm a doctor. You guys remember, I'm a board certified pediatrician. I can treat kids between 0 to 21, and I can treat adults, because it's the same thing. If you can treat an 18-year-old, you can treat an adult. And I practice what I preach. My health is very important to me, so I take care of my health. My health is not perfect, but I take care of it. I'm a 52-year-old woman, but you guys see that I keep myself in shape. Okay? I'm a size 4, and I will say, I know women say, don't say your size. I don't, I put it all out there so that you guys will know. But it takes work to look like this at 52. I have a routine. I make sure I sleep well, I exercise, I walk, I take my steps, at least 10,000 steps a day, sometimes 15,000 steps a day. And I spend time in nature every day. I'm spending time on this because if you want time freedom, you want financial freedom, and you want fulfillment, if you are not healthy, you will never ever get those 3 things. Never forget it. Never. This is why I will continue to emphasize to women that one-on-one coaching is very important, especially for women. Because if we don't deal with every woman and personalize coaching and customize coaching and tailor coaching to every woman's unique situation, it's not going to work. They will achieve their goals for 1 or 2 or 3 years and they'll be back to square one. This is why women can't sustain their achievements. You see it all the time on social media and in real life. Women will be doing well. All of a sudden, they just get confused and it's just like everything's gone haywire because they are not looking at the fundamentals first. So number 3, put a microscope to your lifestyle habits and get help. Get help for all of those things. And this is why my coaching is the price it is, because if you come to me for business, we are going to put a microscope under all of these things that I talked about. Number 4, put a microscope under your way of thinking. Put a microscope under your way of thinking, your past beliefs, and your present beliefs. That is what we are all calling mindset these days. That's that word, that in thing, right? That word, your mindset. Okay, you can call it mindset if you want, but how do you think? What is your pattern of thinking? Do you carry jealousy around in your heart? Do you carry envy around for other human beings in your heart? Do you? Do you hold on to past hurts and past beliefs? Right? Do you hold on to beliefs in the past that have made your life terrible and you keep on going back to the past instead of moving forward? So many women make that mistake. They will start to evolve, women will start to elevate, but they're so attached to their past life that they just cannot. They can't keep moving forward. They have to go back to their past life. They'll find some reason. Somebody said the past hurts, but it hurts, but why do women go back there? Because that's all they know. That's their comfort zone. Yes, the past hurts, but if it hurts, you shouldn't want to go back there. If it hurts, you shouldn't want to go back there. But unfortunately, many women keep going back to their past. Why? Because it's their comfort zone. Because that is where they have lived for so many years. The life you're telling them to move forward to, it feels too foreign to them. They don't feel like they can cope there. Okay? They don't feel like they can cope there. They just feel like, the past is where they have to be. So they keep going back to that destructive, broken life that is bad for them. So what is your way of thinking? Number 4, for you to have financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment, you're going to have to examine with a microscope your way of thinking. Are you an optimist? Do you believe that everything will be okay at the end of the day? Do you have faith? Do you use your faith? Do you just pray to God and say, God, I'm working hard. I'm using all of the resources you gave me, and I know you're on my side. I know it's all going to work out. Are you optimistic? Do you have a positive outlook to life? Or are you a Debbie Downer? Do you feel like nothing is going to work out? Oh, this business is taking too long. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this thing is only for white people. Oh, it's only men that can achieve this. Oh, I'll never ever find a man. Oh, all men cheat. Oh, this, that. Oh, this racism is what is stopping me. This prejudice is what is stopping me. Do you have an excuse for everything? There are some women, they have excuses for everything. They can't meet a man. They will say it's because of President Biden or because of President Trump. They are not making money. They will say it's because of this racism. They can't do this. They will say it's because of this. They can't do that. They will say it's the fault of their husband. Some women have excuses for everything. They blame everything around them instead of themselves. Until you start changing the way you think and taking responsibility for your own life, you can never have financial freedom or time freedom, because nobody is coming to rescue you anytime soon. Okay? Nobody, unless you're a child. If you're above the age of 18, nobody is coming to save you anytime soon. And even God can't save you until you get up and start being proactive in your life. So you have to first change the way you think. You're going to have an optimistic and positive outlook to life. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to love people from the bottom of your heart. Whether they wrong you or whether they don't wrong you, you have to start wishing everybody the best. Because the energy that you carry around in your heart is what you're going to receive from the world. If you carry around a negative spirit, a jealous spirit, a spirit of pessimism, bad things will come to your life. So this is big. Number 4, this is what we all call mindset. If you believe that you're going to be poor, for sure you'll be poor. If you believe you can never have money, for sure you'll never have money. But if you believe that you're going to make money, if you believe you're going to make 500,000 next year or 1 million this year or whatever amount, you'll make it. Why? Because there's abundant resources. Somebody says that's a bit difficult. Very true. Very true, and this is what I love. I love it when women are real. Lygia Godin, I'm glad that you said that's a bit difficult. You're right. It's not easy to achieve these things. It's not easy. So tell me, one of you should tell me, if these things are difficult, then how do you make it easier for yourself? What is the solution? I'm saying it today because, look, I've been on a journey called life. I'm 52 years old. I've been through the valleys and peaks and all of that. I've been, through bumps and curves and everything. So I know that all what I'm talking about is not easy. So somebody tell me, if these things are not easy, what is the solution? How do you make these things easier for yourself to achieve? Does somebody have a solution? The lady that said that's a bit difficult, can you think of a solution of how changing the way you think can start to happen a little bit easier for you and not so difficult? Can somebody try and give me an answer? I don't want it to be only me talking here. If you're having trouble maintaining a healthy lifestyle, if you're having trouble being a positive thinker and an optimistic thinker, okay, and clearing your mind of all negativity and of all envy and jealousy and that, oh, there's nothing good happening to me, I'm never going to be this, I'm never going to be that. If you're finding it difficult to change those things, what's the solution? What's a solution that works? Get help. See, Natalie says it. Get help. Thank you, my dear. Get help. Okay? Oh, love you too, Taiwo. Get help. Because we cannot fix our problems ourselves. If you think that you're going to fix your problems yourself, that's the beginning of your problem. Okay? If you think you have the capacity to solve your problem yourself, that is the beginning of major problems for you. And many people are in that predicament. Somebody says, for my experience, I'll say get advice from someone who's been through that path. Very well. I love that. Get help, but get it from somebody who's been through that path and who has come out better on the other side. Very good. Have a hand guide to help in the journey. Okay, very good. And the hand guide is not just a book. Books are very good. I love reading books. My life is full of books. I have books everywhere. I love reading books. But you have to get human help. You have to get a coach, a mentor, a therapist, somebody to help guide you. You have to get help. Let's move on. Number 5. If you want to have financial freedom, time freedom and fulfillment, you have to put a microscope under your current spending habits. Okay? You want more money. Before you can have more money, before you can have freedom with money, you first have to figure out your numbers right now. You have to know your numbers, your current spending habits. All of you who are watching this live and who are going to watch the replay on YouTube, I want you to do an exercise. You're going to pull out your bank statements and all of your expenses or wherever you're journaling your numbers. If you have a business, you're going to pull up your ARs, your accounts receivable. You're going to pull up your expenses for the past 2 years. If you want to move forward to have financial freedom, time freedom and fulfillment, you have to examine where your money has been going for the past 2 years. Even as little as going grocery shopping, even as little as buying gas or petrol, all of the vacations you've been all of that, you have to examine what you've been spending your money on. Otherwise, bad habits will keep repeating themselves. You hear me? You have to look at your current spending habits and your past spending habits for the past 2 years. How much of your expenses have gone on good expenses? And how much of them have gone on terrible expenses? Okay, good expenses. How much of your money have you spent using to buy real estate, to buy a house or a flat or investing in real estate? That's good debt. How much of your expenses has gone on education, investing in your knowledge, investing in your brain? How much of those expenses in the last 2 years have you used to pay a coach, a qualified coach? I'm not talking about just any coach, but we're going to come to that because there's a lot of noise right now on social media, okay? Everybody is a coach, everybody is a business coach. Be careful, okay? Be careful out there. Be careful because everybody wants to be a coach. Do your due diligence. Don't be penny wise, pound foolish. Don't say, Dr. Iyabo is too expensive. There are coaches out there that charge 2,000, 1,000. You will end up spending money over and over multiples of the 25,000 from the cost of hiring coaches that are not qualified. Okay, so look at your expenses. What have you been spending money on? Real estate? Have you been investing in your brain, in knowledge, in coaches, in mentors, in consultants that will teach you how to be a better person? Have you been investing your money in maybe some low risk stocks and bonds? Have you been investing your money in your retirement fund? Have you been investing your money in your kids' college fund, in your kids' education fund? You know, have you been investing money in making a nice home for yourselves? You know, because we have to live in a nice home. You know, it doesn't have to be expensive, but have you spent money refurbishing your home, maybe buying some plants in your home that will make your house feel comfortable, maybe some new artwork, just making your home your haven, making it comfortable? Have you invested in those things? Or have you been buying 20 wigs that cost $1,000 each, or buying Gucci bag because all your friends have a Gucci bag, or buying all the ashwebi? You don't want to say no because you don't want to offend your friends, you don't want to offend your family. So any ashwebi that comes, you have to pay for it. For those of you who are non-African, you may not know what I mean. Just let that pass over your head. Have you bought the latest Range Rover and the latest Mercedes Benz as a loan? The cars you cannot afford because you want to show off to your friends that, you know, you're just like them. You don't want to drive a Nissan or Honda Accord because your friends will make fun of you. What have you been spending your money on in the last 2 years? Your business. How is your business going? Are you making money in your business for real? Or are you just pretending that you have a business and there's no money coming in? Are you still a one-man business? You can't afford to hire staff and your business is just stuck? Do you even know your numbers? Do you have a bookkeeper to help you with your business? Do you have a CPA to help you with your business? Take a microscope into your finances. For your finances to improve, for your time freedom to improve, for your fulfillment to come, you have to know what your money situation is. Otherwise, you will keep going back into those terrible money habits. You will keep going back. Okay? Somebody says, I'm a very careful spender, but I'm always broke. Well, you know the reason why. Tell me why. Velginet, you said you're a very careful spender, but you're still broke. Tell me why that is. I want you to tell me. Or somebody can help her figure it out. I want to keep you guys engaged. Somebody says she's a careful spender, but she's still always broke. Why is that? Tell me. I know the answer. Okay? I know the answer. That you say you're a careful spender, but you're still always broke. Oh, hi, Elaine. Hi, Elaine. How are you, love? Elaine Seeking the Sea is from Australia. Elaine was one of my past coaching clients. I want to say a short-lived coaching client. She's still going to come back and get my one-on-one. Hi, Elaine from Australia. So is somebody going to probably spending more than her income? Okay. Somebody says that Velginet is probably spending more than her income. That's why she's a careful spender, but she's always broke. Okay. What else? What else? What is the other reason why somebody could be a careful spender, right? Careful in quotation marks, but they're always broke. Let me just give you the answer. If you think you're a careful spender, but you're always broke, you're spending your money on things that are not elevating you. What are you carefully spending on? Okay? What are you carefully spending on? If you don't spend on things that will evolve you, then you're wasting your time. What are you carefully spending on? You're carefully spending on what? Have you invested any money in a coach? In a qualified coach? Have you invested any money in any kind of education or any investment opportunities? You know, so you're carefully spending your money, but your money is not multiplying. You know, it's like hiding your money in a drawer at home. What is it going to do for you there? Your money in a drawer at home, you're not investing it in any investments. It's not multiplying. So you're carefully spending on what? You know, you're carefully spending on, I don't know. This is why I said you guys have to put a microscope under what you're spending your money on. Because if you're spending your money on things that are not going to bring you money back in return, then your money is not working for you. You guys don't know how to make your money work for you. Then you say you're always broke. If you're not ready to take risks, or you're not ready to take, if you have $50, let's see an example. You have $50 and you put the $50 in a drawer and you keep it there for 5 years. When you come back in 5 years, it will still be $50. If you take that $50 and go and invest it in some investment that you've gone to research and you're sure that it's a relatively safe, you're still going to have to take some risk. Anything that is going to bring you good returns will have some risk, but you go and put it in some stocks and bonds, or let's say you go and use it to, I know that a coach doesn't cost $50, but let's say you go and invest that $50 in a good coach, and that coach teaches you how to start a business, how to improve your life. That $50 in 5 years can become $10,000. So you see the difference. You think you're a careful spender. You've gone to hide the money in a drawer instead of finding ways for that money to work for you. And then you say you're always broke. Of course, you're going to be always broke because you're not investing your money. You're not investing your money. That's what we're talking about today. You have to find a way to invest your money for your money to work for you. Because if you just keep your money safe in your purse, it's just going to have the same value. But that same money, if you invest it in a business, if you invest it in a coach who will make your brain better, who will give you strategies and tricks and tools to earn money, the money multiplies at an astronomical way. I've told you my story. I'll repeat it for those of you who don't know. At age 32, to start my business, I borrowed $350,000. Because I was born to parents who were business owners, and I watched them, they taught me, I knew that for me to make a lot of money, I had to be able to invest money. I knew that I wanted to make millions. I knew that I wanted to have a business that would be profitable. I didn't want to have to be answering to any boss. And I knew that I needed a lot of money to start the business, a lot of money to hire coaches and experts to help me with business skills and everything. So I went out hunting for money. And it truly was a hunt because it was hard to get that loan. All of the regular banks denied me, SBA loans, all of them, because again, I'm a black woman in America. That's just how it goes. I finally got a loan through an Indian-owned bank in Florida, a very small bank. He gave me the money, but it was at a very high interest rate, but I took it. And I used it wisely to start a business, and that business is still existing today. And I have been making 7-figure revenue and profits from that business for the last 14 years. Okay? If I said, oh, I'm a careful spender, but I'm broke, then that means that I don't want to take any risks. I don't want to invest in anything. Then you're going to stay broke. Okay? So you're going to stay broke. If you're a careful spender, that means you're not a risk taker. Basically, that is what it is. A lot of women are careful spenders. They are not risk takers. So they stay broke. Okay? So that was number 5. If you want to be financially free, if you want to have time freedom and fulfillment, you have to look at your numbers. What are you spending your money on? And please, let's remember that vacation is good spending, as long as you don't overdo it, right? I'm not saying you should start going to stay in 5-star hotels when you can't afford it. If you can only afford 2-star or 3-star hotels, stay there. But going on vacation to rest, to meet people from other parts of the world, to just take a breather, to be away from your normal environment. That's good money. That's good spending. There's nothing wrong with vacations. We all need rest. Okay? We all need rest. Joyce Samero, thank you so much for buying a badge again. Thank you so much. You're always buying badges during my lives. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Joyce Samero. God bless you. God bless you. So number 6, okay? Number 6 is, if you want financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment, examine who your advisors are. Who is talking? Who is talking into your ear? Who is advising you? Excuse me. Who is advising you? Are they qualified? Are they trained? Are they experienced? Are they seasoned? How many years of experience do they have in what they're teaching you about? Can they show you the results in their life and in the lives of other people they've helped? Are they people you pay, or are they giving you free advice? Are they dedicated to your success, or are they people who are envious of you and they're just giving you nonsense advice that will make you fail? This one is big too. Okay? Who is advising you? Somebody said my mother. We all need the advice of our mother. Very, very important. If they're good mothers, I want to believe that most mothers out there are good mothers. Okay? We all need the advice of our mothers. But let me tell you something. You still have to be careful. You still need an expert. Okay? Our mothers love us. They want us to succeed. But if they're not experts in what we're trying to learn, you still need an expert. Why? Because you're not a child. It's the same way as the husband advice that I keep telling women, that if your husband is advising you about which business to start, which business not to start, if he's not qualified to advise you, go and find a qualified person. Because when it comes to family advice, people that are relatives, they advise us based on emotion. They don't advise us based on facts. So we all love the advice of our mother. Trust me, before my mom passed away, I loved her advice, but it wasn't all her advice that I took. Because if she wasn't an expert in what I was looking for, I would, say thank you. I would be appreciative, but I would still go and hire an expert. So we women sometimes make mistakes here. We go and listen to people who are not experts. You have a business, you hire your husband, or you have your husband deal with your books. But your husband is not a bookkeeper, he's not a CPA. And then the business will mess up. Your husband will spend all of the money coming in, he'll spend all of the profits coming in, or vice versa. A husband has a business, they hire their wife. The wife is not a CPA, she's not a bookkeeper, she messes up all the accounts, she spends all the money, the business is gone, nowhere to be found. So be careful about making your relatives your advisors, because they're going to advise you based on emotions. And you don't need emotions in all of this. You need facts. Okay? If you go and ask your mother, is Dr. Iyabo a good coach, or do you think Dr. Iyabo is not a good coach? And then your mom will come and say, oh, I've actually gone to look at Dr. Iyabo's page. She has been divorced before. African women. She has been divorced before. Don't let her coach you. She will just teach you how to be divorcing your husband. Okay? Is that factual or is that emotional? Or even you go and meet your husband. Oh, I want Dr. Iyabo to coach me, and I want, blah, blah. The husband will come and say, what? Let's say you're a white woman. You and your husband are white, and then you say, and the husband comes and looks at my profile and says, what? She's a black woman. No. You're not hiring a black woman here. Go and look for a white coach. Is that factual or emotional? So this is why I'm saying be careful, because our family members, they tend to advise us based on emotions. A lot of the advice they give are not factual. This is why women are always in trouble with all of their goals, because they go and meet people who are not qualified. Men are not usually like that. Most men will go to an expert. They'll find a business coach. They'll find a CPA. But women, number one, we don't want to spend money. We want to spend the money on clothes and wigs and makeup. So rather than hiring an expert, we want to spend the money on things on the outside. So we'll be looking for relatives to advise us. And then the relatives will give you bad advice. They'll say the coach is bad. The coach is too fat. They're too slim. They're too dark. They're too white. They've been divorced before, so they're not qualified. They're too this. Their accent. If you're an adult, think for yourself. Do your due diligence. Look for the experience of the coach. See how long they've been doing what they're doing. No, it's very true. It's very true. So let me read some of the comments. Unfortunately, I've never had anybody to advise me. I've had to learn a lot of things all by myself, but glad I found Dr. Iyabo, who's now inspiring me. Oh, God bless you. I'm glad. Some people are laughing. Let me read this question. Is it wise to invest in an American coach when you live in Nigeria? Okay, so guys, somebody is asking that, is it wise to invest in an American coach when you live in Nigeria? The world has become very small with social media, with the digital age, with online businesses. The world has become small. It doesn't matter which country the coach is in. Most coaching is now done virtually. It's done in the DM, it's done on FaceTime, it's done on Zoom. It doesn't matter what country they're in. What matters is, are they qualified? Okay? Because you're in Nigeria doesn't mean you have to hire a coach in Nigeria. No. Okay, that's another thing about the way we think, right? Is globalization. Thank you. Somebody has told me the word. If you live in Nigeria and you found a qualified coach who lives in Singapore, hire them. If the coach that is meant to coach you lives in France and you live in Togo, hire them. It doesn't matter. As long as they're qualified, you've spoken to them, right? You know how many years experience they've had in whatever it is you want. You can verify the results they have. You have watched a lot of their live streams like this. You have listened to them talk. You have felt their energy. You have to do your due diligence, and you can't let money be a factor. Because if you keep saying they're too expensive, and you go and hire somebody cheap, then let's see what your results are. But again, expensive doesn't mean good. Be careful, because many coaches are now hearing about raise your prices, raise your prices, raise your prices. So everybody's now raising their prices, even though they are not qualified to raise their prices. So expensive doesn't mean qualified. So be careful out there, okay? Be careful. So I hope I answered that question. Number 6, yeah, we talked about that. Put a microscope under who are your advisors, who are your mentors, who are your coaches. Do you even have a coach? Many of you here don't even have a coach. And I don't care if you're a coach. If you're a coach, you need a coach. In fact, if you're a coach, it is so important that you have to have a coach. Especially if you haven't had as many years experience as I have. You have to have an accountability person. If you're a coach and you don't have a coach that is more senior than you, that has more experience than you, then you're deceiving yourself. Okay? So, and those advisors, mentors, and coaches, are they free or are they paid? It's okay to have some free mentors for some time, but if you want to elevate from level 2 to level 100, you need to find paid coaches. Stop shortchanging your future. Okay? You need to find paid coaches. And let me talk here briefly about group and one-on-one. Group coaching is fine. I'm not putting down group coaching, but I'm telling you that the amount of mass group coaching programs springing up every day, I can tell you that 90% of those people who are getting results from those coaching programs, in the next 5 years, you will not see those results anymore. They will not be able to sustain them. Group coaching, big groups of group coaching is just mass production, because meeting with your coach once or twice a month is not going to bring you sustainable results. You can tell the group coaches to come and talk to me. Group coaching is fine for a season. Master classes are fine for a season. Any kind of knowledge is good. But if you want to elevate from point 2 or point 5 and you want to go to point 100, you are still going to need one-on-one customized tailored coaching. Take my word for it. I have many women coming to my DM who have been through group coaching and who are saying that they just feel stuck. They feel like they didn't really learn the strategies they need. They feel this, they feel that. They want my coaching, they can't afford it yet, so they're saving up because they've spent so much money on group coaching, but they still feel stuck. Well, this is because group coaching is mass production. It's not, if you have 20 or 50 women in a group, there's no way that coaching can work to the extent that you still see your results in 5 or 10 or 15 years. All of these group coaches are out there. Most of them have taken one-on-one themselves. Ask them and tell them to tell you the truth. If they're doing well, if they still have successful businesses for 10 or more years, for sure they have had high-level one-on-one coaching. So if they have had high-level one-on-one coaching, then you deserve high-level one-on-one coaching. But if group coaching is all you can afford for now, it's fine. It's fine for now. But if you want major elevation and sustainable results where you still be enjoying your results and still have those results in 10 years, 15, 20 years, you're still going to need high level, like my coaching, high level one-on-one coaching from a super experienced person who has had 10 or more years in whatever you want to achieve. Weight loss, financial freedom, business setup, branding, confidence, public speaking. You're going to need one-on-one help if you want to take it a notch higher. Okay? Number seven. If you want to have financial freedom, time freedom, fulfillment, you have to be consistently consistent. I have to take a deep breath here because so many women cannot be consistently consistent. Always changing something, always quitting, always starting and stopping, always having a new idea for something. They start this business today, in 6 months they start another business, that one is not working. They have one business today, then they say that that business is not working anymore, so they want to start a new one, or they want to start another Instagram page. They have one page, but somebody told them they need 3 more pages. Today they're a mindset coach, tomorrow they become a business coach. Today their bio says come and buy oranges, tomorrow their bio says come and buy lipstick. They post, they create content for 2 weeks, they go missing for 3 weeks. Their brand is doing well. They say it's not doing well, then they want to rebrand, right? There's so many. They quit their job to start a business. They try the business for 6 months or 1 year. They say that the business isn't working well. They go back to their job. Then they get back to their job. They're still frustrated at the job. Then they resign again after 1 year because they found a new business idea that they want to do. Then they go back into business. I'm tired even talking about it. I need a nap. Okay? I'm tired talking about it. I need to go to sleep. Women. Rome was not built in a day. Be consistent. Do the same thing over and over again. Look for an expert to guide you. Listen to the expert. Do the same thing over and over and over again for 5 years before changing. Okay? You appear on Instagram, you create content for 2 weeks, then you say you're tired, you've run out of ideas, you go missing for 3 weeks, then you come back, you have to start again. You're always rebranding, you're always pivoting, you're always quitting and stopping and starting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How are you going to know if one thing works if you keep changing it? How are you going to know? I'm talking to 9 out of 10 of you because I see you all on Instagram. You set up one page, you'll say you can't create content, then you go and create 2 more pages. Does that make sense to anybody? If you're having trouble being consistent to create content for 1 page, how does having 3 pages, how will that make it easier for you? Okay? You guys just need to simplify the way you think. I'm sorry I have a cough drop in my mouth. My throat was dry. But you have to be consistently consistent if you want to have financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment. You can't be having 10 ideas and executing all the 10 ideas. You will be broke for the rest of your life. Do one thing, focus on it, make 500,000, 1 million, millions from it for many years before you start pivoting into new things. This one, I don't know what to do. You all need prayers for this one because many of you are impatient. Many of you see people like me on social media. You want to be like me, but you keep deceiving yourself that I got there in 6 months. I have been in business for 20 years this year. Okay? I started my first business at age 32. I'm 52 now. I have been consistent with that business. That business is still standing. It is still doing well. I'm still making 7 figures every year. I'm still consistent. Yes, I have gone into other businesses, but before I started writing a book, before I started blogging, before all those other things, I was consistent with that business for almost 10 years before I started looking around. You guys are way too impatient and you like copying what everybody is doing. That's the problem. So you have to be consistently consistent. Otherwise, you confuse your clients. Okay, like on social media, on Instagram, if you are not consistent, you do a live today, you disappear for 2 months, you don't come live. You create content for 2 weeks, you disappear. You'll say you have an online business, then all of a sudden you're going back to your 9-to-5 job. Excuse me, today you are a marketing coach, tomorrow you're a business coach, the next day you're an image coach, the next day you're another coach. You change your bio statements like every minute. You're going to confuse your clients. Because they won't even know what you're doing. They won't even know who you are. And they'll know you're not experienced. Because people who are experienced, they're one thing. They're very focused. They're very focused and they're very consistent. Show me an experienced person and show me how they keep changing their things. They don't change. They're focused. They're disciplined. They're consistent. They're authentic. They give themselves time to succeed. Okay? Rome was not built in a day. Millions are not made in a day. The earliest you can make $1 million, if you're lucky, if you're really hardworking, is maybe 2 years. But if you start a business today, before you can hit 7 figures, it's going to be 5 years, 5 to 7 years of hard, consistent work. Okay? Number eight. You're going to put a microscope under the way you spend your time. We have 24 hours in a day. The way that I spend my 24 hours brings me financial freedom. It brings me time freedom. It brings me fulfillment. What are you spending your 24 hours on? What are you spending your 24 hours on? I did a reel several weeks ago. I said many people cannot make their millions because they're watching other people make their millions. Are you a watcher or a doer? Are you a watcher or a doer? Are you going to everybody's lives? I'm telling you, I appreciate you guys joining my live, but at some point, you also have to start doing what I'm doing. Coming to my live 3 times a week and you not going out to do this, how are you going to get financially free? You can't get financially free by watching what I'm doing. You have to do what I'm doing. Write that down. Write that down. You cannot become financially free by watching what I'm doing. You have to watch what I'm doing, then you have to go out and do what I'm doing. Watching does not bring results. Doing brings results. How do you spend your time? Some of you will say you don't have any time, you don't have any time. You don't sleep well, you sleep 3 hours, you sleep 4 hours. Your mental clarity is like all fuzzy. You're on Instagram scrolling. You're on TikTok scrolling. You're watching millionaires make their millions. And you're saying you're broke. How are you going to make money if you're watching people rather than doing? How many of you on this live have done a live this week? Today is Friday. Let me rest my voice for a second. We have 2 more, then I'm done. How many of you have done a live this week? How many of you have come live on Instagram this week? How many of you? If you have done a live this week on Instagram to elevate your branding or to come and speak with your community, type yes. Let's all be honest and vulnerable. How many of you have done a live this week? How many of you have done a live this week? Let's try and see what we're spending our time on. Hi, Dr. Jumoke. How are you? How many of you have done a live this week? It's very quiet in here. Please, if you haven't done a live, type no. It's okay. Let's be vulnerable so that we'll know how much work we have to do. You're all on my live because you want financial freedom, you want time freedom, and you want fulfillment. So how many of you have gone live this week? Somebody says me. What does me mean? Yes or no? I want yes or no. I don't know what me is. Not an answer I want to hear because I don't know what that means. Yes or no? Okay, 3 people have said no. 4 people have said no. One person has said yes, another person has said no. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So far I have 5 no's and 1 yes. Okay? Somebody says not yet. Well, it's already Friday, Elaine. Somebody says not yet, but it's already Friday though. Are you going to go live this weekend? I'm going to count you as a no. So far I have 6 yeses and, I'm sorry, I have 6 no's and 1 yes. What's that percentage? Okay, I have 7 no's, 1 yes. I have 7 no's and 1 yes. Do you know that going live is the single most important action you can take or in your online business or in building your brand to build a powerful brand? Do you know that if you don't have live streams or you don't have, reels are very good. Oh, the question is, have you gone live this week? Queen Lawrence, have you gone live this week? Who has done a live like what I'm doing now? Who has done that this week? So if you want to build a powerful brand, if you want to start making good money on Instagram, you have to go live at least once a week. Oh, okay, Queen Lawrence has gone live. So out of 7 no's, I have 2 yeses. Out of 7 no's, I have 2 yeses. That's still not good enough. Okay? So number 8, if you want to be financially free, if you want to have time freedom, if you want to have fulfillment, know what you're doing with your time. Start using your time wisely because time is money. Number 9, if you want to have financial freedom and time freedom and fulfillment, you must schedule do nothing time every day. Every single day you must have some downtime to relax your brain, to rest every single day. Even if it's just going outside to take a walk, that is rest. To go outside for 15 minutes and just take a walk around, listening to music or not listening to music, or just laying on your sofa, doing nothing, just taking a deep breath like, Some call it meditation, some call it mindfulness, whatever you want to call it. Our bodies need rest, our brains need rest. Have some quiet alone time every single day. If you want to be able to have financial freedom, how do you have me time with a toddler? Very good question. Are you married? Is there a dad in the picture? The toddler's dad can help. Okay? How do you have me time with the toddler? You take turns with your husband or with your partner if you're not married, right? Unless you're a single mom. If you're a single mom, so you take time with your husband. You discuss with your husband that there's a coach I listened to and she said both of us need to have quiet time, downtime every day. So let's have a schedule. I need 30 minutes of quiet time where I'm just going to lay on the bed and read a book and just breathe and just rest. And you need it too. So let's schedule it. So you're going to talk with your husband or your partner so that you can have quiet me time to do whatever it is you want. I didn't say you should start doing laundry or doing the dishes. No, that doesn't count. You can take a walk. Taking a walk outside in nature counts. You can take a walk. You can just say, you know what? I'm going to walk the dog or I'm going to take a walk. Just breathe some fresh air, take some downtime, or take some time in your room, or take some time to read your Bible, or just some quiet time to refresh. Okay? What about single mothers? Okay, single mothers. I was a single mother for 10 years. Okay? You're going to need help. If you want to have daily downtime, you're going to, and this is another reason why you have to make money so that you can be better. So if you're a single mother and to plan your me time, you're going to need a babysitter or nanny or somebody, okay, who is going to come to your house every day to give you a break. You're going to have to factor that into your income because it is important. I used to have that. I had babysitters, nannies. I didn't hire expensive ones. I looked for college students who just needed some part-time work. So I'd pay them like $10 an hour and they would come and just keep my daughters busy, and I would take a nap or I would take a drive somewhere and just go and have a cup of tea at Starbucks or somewhere, I would take a break, and I paid them to help me take a break. I didn't pick my daughters from school all the time. I had somebody driving them to school, picking them up so that I could take a break. So if you're a single mother, you're going to have to look for paid help to help you. It's very important. This is why I'm asking all women to become business owners so they can have money freedom. And then the more money you have, the more nannies you can hire, the better your life will be. It's like a cycle that keeps going, right? And then number 10, we're about to finish. Oh, helpers are very important. Helpers are very important. Number 10, and if you're just joining, I see Saul with Comfort is just joining. We're about to be done. The replay will be on my YouTube. This was a fantastic live. This on its own is a masterclass, but it's free. So number 10, if you want to have financial freedom, time freedom, fulfillment, let me tell you the truth. You are going to need the help of a high-level one-on-one coach. I'm not saying this because I want your money. I don't need any of your money, okay? I'm just telling you the truth. How did I get to where I am today, that you're all joining my live, that you all love my teachings? It's through multiple and continuous one-on-one coaches that I hired in my 30s and 40s. Okay? Group coaching is good. I have nothing against group coaching. But after the group coaching, you're still going to need one-on-one, personalized, customized coaching. If you want to elevate, okay? This is not everybody. If you're fine with group coaching, you just need some little advice here or there, you want to have an income of like 100,000, 200,000, you're not really thinking that high into the future, that's fine. If you're somebody who's ambitious, who's high achieving, you want the best of the best of the best, you want financial freedom, you want to make millions, you want to give to charity, you want to travel the world, you want to become a sought after speaker, you're going to need one-on-one high-level coaching. I can sit down here and discuss this with any of the group coaches, and I'll tell them, all of the visionaries, all of the high-level people you're seeing out there in the world today, they got there via high-level one-on-one coaching. Yes, they may have taken some group coaching, but to go from point halfway to soar and leave the crowd down here, if you're a high-achieving woman and you want to leave the crowd out here and you want to soar, you're going to need high-level one-on-one coaching. I'm just telling you the truth. You'll come back and tell me, okay? I'll tell you the truth. So, it's just what it is. Because we were not meant to live on this life on our own. We were not meant to solve all our problems on our own. You can still keep on trying to solve it yourselves. This is halfway through 2022. How has that helped you? Again, I know my coaching isn't for everyone, but if you want to afford it, you will afford it. Okay? If you want to afford the 25,000 for 8 weeks, you will afford it. There are women who are paying me that amount. So my advice to you is that if you want high-level one-on-one coaching, if you want financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment, you need to hire a high-level one-on-one coach. Group coaching programs are fine. I don't want any group coaches to come and talk to me, but if you want transformational change in your life and you want to elevate and leave the crowd down here, you need to seek for a high-level one-on-one coach like myself, who has had at least 10 years experience. I have had 20 years this year, I've had 20 years experience in coaching. I have been a doctor for how long? 29 years. So I can coach you in health and wellness. I can coach you to start your business. Even if you don't have a business idea, you come and talk to me. I'll give you the business idea. You have nothing. You don't even know where to start. Come to me. I can help you with health and wellness. I can help you with public speaking. I can help you with business, online business or offline business. I can help you with really every single part of your life. Obviously, you still need some services, right? You'll need ancillary services. Like when I've coached you with everything, you're still going to need a bookkeeper. You'll need a CPA. I'll show you when and how to hire staff. You're still going to hire staff, but I'm telling you that you will need a high-level one-on-one coach. That's the truth. But if group coaching is all you can afford for now, it's better than nothing. But group coaching, if you pay for a group coaching program that you're going to pay $25,000 for 1 year, it's likely you'll get to see the coach maybe once or twice or 3 times a month, right? So if you're paying them $25,000 for 1 year, maybe you'll have 2 coaching calls with them. The rest will probably be homework and, all of that. But there's no way you're going to see the coach every day. Okay? But you pay me $25,000 for 8 weeks, you get coaching from me every day. So that's the difference, right? That's the difference. So do you want to pay $25,000 for a coaching program that you'll see the coach twice a month for 1 year? Or do you want to pay $25,000 where you have unlimited coaching with the coach every single day for 2 months, 8 weeks? It's your choice. I would choose the 8 weeks anytime. I would choose the 8 weeks anytime because coaching is intense. It's a lot of work. Just 2 coaching calls a month. It may help you achieve some goals and you may start to make some money and you'll think everything is going well, but are you going to be able to sustain it? No. All of these mass group coaching programs out there, I want to see with the results they're producing and all the people they're coaching, where those people will be in the next 5 to 10 years. Most of them would have not been able to sustain their results because the foundation wasn't right. Okay? So those are the 10 steps to financial freedom, time freedom, and fulfillment. If you're just coming, the replay will be on my YouTube channel in about maybe 15 minutes. So please go and subscribe to my YouTube. Search Dr. Iyabo Webzul on YouTube. And for all of you who have been on this live, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Yes, it's like school. Paula, exactly. It's like school, right? If you're in a mass group coaching program, you're not going to have direct contact with the teacher. It's going to be like school. So, it's going to be up to you. Do you want one-on-one tuition where you're going to be a master? You're going to master what you really want to learn and have personalized, customized coaching? Or do you want long-term coaching where you may not be able to master everything and the coach may not be able to dive deep into your life and make sure that your personal life aligns with your professional life, right? Your personal life has to align with your professional life, your health and wellness, all of that, your mindset, the way you think, your current spending habits, your inner circle. There's so much. So if you're just joining, catch the replay on my YouTube, share the video with your friends. For those of you who are interested in my coaching, come to my DM. If you're watching this on YouTube, just come to Instagram, search for Dr. Iyabo, send me a DM or send me an email. Go to my website, driyabo.com, send me an email from there. My 8 weeks coaching is $25,000. If you need me in your life for 6 months, I now have a 6-month program. It's $75,000. That will totally change your life. That will set you up for life. My $75,000 coaching will set you up for life. It's an investment you'll never regret. So, thanks, guys. Elaine says, thanks, Dr. Iyabo. You inspire me every time to actually take action. Oh, And I'm waiting for you, Elaine. I still want you to come and sign up, and I know you're still interested for my one-on-one coaching. And Paula, I know you're still interested as well. So I'm waiting for you guys to come and sign up. But everybody have a lovely July 4th holiday. Take some time to rest. Take some time with the family. Love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.